EBoys. The EBoy invasion has been going on for the past year. They are defined by their emo-influenced fashion sense, as well as their online presence. EBoys are usually described as having no real talent. They wear chains and cross earrings, and perform an eye-roll maneuver that is considered attractive to many young individuals. Many people fawn over EBoys, but I personally don't. In fact, they enrage me. Not because of their over-the-top style, not because of their eye rolls. It's because of something much more serious. They've tarnished the reputation of someone that was very dear to us in the early 2000s. This person is known as the original EBoy, and I've kept tabs on them for quite a long time. This person is Criss Angel. I've sat idly by watching EBoys flush Chris's career down the drain, but I can't do it any longer. That is why I decided to go on a mission to unlink EBoys from our beloved Criss Angel and save his career. Criss is known for his black attire, as well as his jet black hair, and since I'm a method actor, I decided it was best to dye my hair in order to mimic my idol. It was a lengthy process, but I began to realize what Criss must feel like when he gets his hair dyed. Like a god among men. I felt as if I were harnessing the mind freak himself while sitting in that chair, and it felt good. Finally, I was ready to take on the world. Back at home, I came up with a plan of performing street magic and posting them on TikTok in order to shed Criss in a positive light. I began watching Criss clips for inspiration. As you can see here, Criss's magic skills are astounding. He can levitate on command, and he even keeps up with the tour bus. And not only is Criss a master of levitation, he's also a master of teleportation. He has bystanders hold a trash can over top of him, and he does the unthinkable. The final trick I reviewed of Criss's is arguably his best yet, the Grand Canyon Death Jump. This one raised some eyebrows because almost no one understood how he pulled this stunt off. It caused people to downvote it in disbelief. It's almost like Criss is a modern day warlock. When I first saw this, I was so inspired, I decided to create my own death jump in my local city, in preparation to help save Criss's career. Criss starts every episode of Mind Freak by saying, "Are you ready?" And to answer his question, I was ready, because I was going to perform some street magic. The next day, I made my way downtown to perform some street magic and get as much footage as possible to post on TikTok.
I'm gonna have you pick a card. Any card?
No, you. Okay. Any card?
Any card.
Okay. Oh, sorry, my hands are cold.
It is a little cold out here.
Okay, we'll go with this one.
Okay, and then show it to the camera. I can't see it. Alright, and you can shuffle the cards if you'd like, put it back in the deck. Is this your card?
Was it my card?
No? It's not your card? Oh,
sorry, I don't remember.
Is this your card?
Possibly? No?
Do you remember what card it was?
I think it was an 8 of hearts.
8 of hearts. I think I fucked the trick up. Alright, so what do you think of this though?
I was performing street magic to help Criss get a separate image from EBoys. But I couldn't lie, it was an incredible time, and I have to say, my illusions were top notch.
It's pretty great. Pretty good.
Do you think it's believable though?
I could use a little work, I would say. A little editing.
I got 2 rubber bands, right? And they're together, right? There's no way of separating them.
Okay.
You see that? I'm gonna... I messed it up. Sorry, I'm not great at this, but... What'd you think of that?
Pretty cool.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Believable?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, thanks, man.
After a full day of magic, I posted all of my tricks on TikTok, but unfortunately, they weren't gaining much traction, and I was washed over with sadness. I felt like I let Chris down. It was one of the worst feelings I've felt so far as a human being. I nearly gave up, but then realized I needed motivation. I hopped on Cameo and reached out to my other childhood hero, Johnny Sins. I paid $69, which is a small price to pay to have Johnny Sins himself give me advice on Chris, and Johnny knocked it out of the park.
Jacob, it's Johnny Sins, your childhood hero. Listen, don't give up on Chris Angel. You need to see this through. I believe in you. Now, you need to believe in yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're a mind freak, just like Chris.
Before this, I felt so down, but Johnny got me out of my rut and I was now standing at full attention, throbbing for a new idea to save Chris. That's when I decided on a plan, and if pulled off correctly, it would be the perfect climax to this journey. I figured out that most of Chris's stunts involve a sense of danger, and he loves illusions more so than magic. So in order to make an impact, I needed to incorporate the same techniques. I decided on staging saving someone from being hit by a car, and got a few friends to help me out. The next day, I went to a local street and it was time to put my plan into action. I had my friend place a dash cam in his car to record the stunt. I also had another friend there to play a very important role. I explained to her how she would wander in the street while she was distracted on her cell phone with headphones on, and I was going to run in and act like I'm saving her from a car even though one isn't currently there. I would then have another friend drive by after, and I would crop the two clips together, all in the sake of Chris. After quite a few attempts over a couple of days, we finally got a clip that even Chris himself would be proud of. I had a friend post this clip on Reddit to avoid suspicion to myself, and I also posted the video on TikTok under the account name Chris Angel is the original EBoy. 2 weeks later, I checked the results, and they were amazing. The GIF had been posted to over 23 different subreddits, one of them receiving over 65,000 karma. The GIF itself had been viewed over 2.8 million times. On TikTok, it has over 1.5 million views with over 150,000 likes and 1,000 comments. It was posted to websites like The Daily Star, Metro, Daily Mail, MSN, and many more. But then, something even crazier happened. Something that would blow the mind of the mind freak himself.
Good thing sometimes the rest of the world is paying attention when we aren't. Fortunately, our friend Chris here is paying attention while he's walking down the sidewalk. But notice this woman who is on her cell phone with major earphones over her head when Chris notices something's up and makes a run for it.
Oh, wow. Nice save, brother.
I even made it on Inside Edition, which has been viewed at this time over 723,000 times.
And here's the hero, 25-year-old Chris Allen.
I was trying to wave to her. She couldn't hear me, obviously, so I ran out and just kind of pulled her back. And after all that happened, she was kind of in shock.
You can see her thanking him.
And she's like, oh my God, thank you so much. And then I was like, no problem, sorry about that again, and we just went our separate ways.
Distracted walkers seem to be everywhere. There are tons of examples on YouTube. Chris has some sensible advice.
Stay off your phone when you're walking. Your safety is everything.
I did it. I finally made an impact on Chris's career. Being a mind freak takes a lot of willpower and determination, but I think we can all learn something if we take a page out of Chris's book. I know I sure did. And again, to answer Chris's question from earlier, are you ready? I am ready, and from here on out, I'll always be ready.